Welcome to the October 1st, 2025 Penfield Town Board Legislative Meeting. Councilwoman Teglash, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Linda. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Barry.
Here.
Here. Sorry, here.
Leenhouts.
Here.
Ockenden.
Here.
Teglash.
Here.
Okay, we have a lot of guests here tonight. I'm going to walk over to the podium. Hang in there. Okay, this is better. Everybody doing okay out there? Got a big crowd. So we have a couple groups or one individual I want to recognize tonight. So tonight we're here to honor a remarkable young man. His name is Samuel Marciano, a sophomore, 14 years old, I believe, at Penfield High School. Over the past year, he has endured numerous long hospital stays and has undergone about 10 surgeries. The infection that he's had has been incredibly severe, and it's very unique, very rare. It's called Pott's puffy tumor. Look it up. I did last night. It's pretty unique and pretty severe. Through all this, Samuel's strength, courage, and determination has been an inspiration to the entire Penfield community. His resilience reminds us what it means to face life's greatest challenges with hope and perseverance. On October 11th of this year, Sammy will be officially cleared with no restrictions, able to return to sports he loves, wrestling and lacrosse. Because of Samuel's journey, many in Penfield have come together, many, to support him and raise awareness of this rare condition. In his honor, we want to recognize him as October's good neighbor. This is the time to celebrate Samuel's story and to spread awareness about Pott's puffy tumor. And I want to leave the rest to his mom because I know she wants to come up here and say a few words. So come on up.
Okay. Yeah.
You go, Mom.
And lower this. Okay. Well, this month we celebrate, finally. I'm overwhelmed at looking at everyone and so happy you're all here and you were on this journey with us. I just want to recognize Julie Earl, Iron Fit. Come on up. Julie, you are the first person to ask anyone in need, how can I help and what can I do? Julie and hundreds of people in our community held a fundraiser on Thanksgiving morning for our family. You are always positive and make anyone you're around feel like they're the only person in the room. You are Sammy's biggest cheerleader in communication to the outside world. Forever grateful for you and everything you stand for. Sheila Antonelli. I don't know where you, come on up. Sheila is a nurse at Strong. You came in our room every morning to check on us and bring me my favorite coffee and Sammy's favorite muffins. There were so many doctors in and out of our room daily giving us so much information. You helped me understand everything and also gave me a list of questions to ask. Sometimes we sat in silence drinking our coffee. Sometimes we laughed and sometimes we cried. I don't know if you know this, but you were my rock, and I waited for that door to open every morning to see you. Your daily visits comforted me. Jim and Sue Brow, RF Peck. Where are the brows? Sue is one of the first friends I made in Penfield about 15 years ago. When you heard what happened, you instantly kicked into how can we help mode. You knew of Sammy's challenges at that time and had a custom bathroom put in for him. Having that bathroom put in relieves so much stress and worry for us. You've been such a good friend for so many years, and this is just one example of how generous and ride or die both you and Jim are. Christina McGregor, Wendy Roche, Michelle Theo. While we were in the hospital for months, there were people doing all these wonderful things for our family to raise money. My three friends, Christina, Wendy, and Michelle, designed and made Sammy Strong bracelets and T-shirts to sell and raise money for our family. The Sambassadors. We have Ewan, Grayson McGregor, Gavin Page Earl, Lily Jake Maurer, Cole Hayden Belrose, Nate Roche, Addison Camp. These kids walked around school selling Sammy Strong bracelets and T-shirts to raise money for our family. Now my guys, Mason Shembry, Ronan Boyle, Brody Joyce, Manny Castro, Ryan Savino, Reed Rivero, Gavin Earl, and AJ Theo. Come on up, guys. Is Alex here? Alex McVean? These boys came over and moved Sammy's bedroom from the basement to the upstairs and also cleaned. They also came up every night to visit after being at school all day in a 3-hour practice or game. You would put Sammy in his wheelchair and go on hospital adventures. You celebrated Ayla's 3rd birthday with her. Ayla was a 3-year-old little girl battling cancer. Sammy looked forward to your visits every day because he said you were the only ones that never treated him different. Kelly Johnson, I don't know if she's here or not. She organized the meal train for our family to make sure that our family had hot meals delivered every night. Jessica Quigley from Quigley's Plus organized a food truck fundraiser for our family. Jessica Fox with Jessica Fox Photography held a family photo shoot fundraiser for our family and added $17 because you said it was your lucky number. My Hickory Pond Drive crew. Come on up, guys. These are all my friends on my street. They held craft fundraiser for our family. You mowed our lawn, you let our dog out, you brought over dinners, you baked muffins, you signed for our meds when they were delivered, and watered our plants. Thank you for everything that you did to keep our house functioning. Scotty Bannister, you would show up at my house with flowers and not say a word and hug me so tight I could barely breathe. Those hugs were deep from only a father that could relate. Ursula and Juliana would come up every Sunday to deliver Dunkin' Donuts. And Ursula, I remember you came over for Halloween and you decorated my porch because you said it looked sad. The McVeans constantly delivering bags to the hospital and bringing food to the house. Sheila, Danielle, Jen, Kim, thank you for cleaning my house. I wish I could call everyone up here because you all played a part in Sammy's story. You were with us in the beginning while there was so much sadness, and I'm happy to be with you all at the end celebrating Sammy's recovery. We could not have gotten through this alone or without the support of this amazing community. Thank you for all the meals, cards, prayers, and donations. Lastly, to my kids, Gianna, I can only imagine how difficult this was for you being away at college and how helpless you must have felt. I recently found out when you heard what happened, you immediately got in your car to head to the hospital and was pulled over doing 100 miles an hour. You were crying so hard and so scared that the officer let you go. You slept at the hospital that week and never left your brother's side. You FaceTimed us every night while at school. And even though you couldn't be there in person all the time, we felt your presence and your undimming light. Nicholas, I was so proud of you during all of this. I know your pain was deep and how helpless you felt. You came up to the hospital every night. There were times you were there I wish that you weren't, because you saw a lot of sad things that not only your brother was going through, but other sick children. There weren't many people that saw your brother at his worst, but you did, and you handled it with strength and compassion. Your brotherly bond was always strong, but now it is forever unbreakable. Lastly, Sammy, I was with you every step of the way, and I saw everything you went through physically and mentally. You've always been strong, independent, and wise beyond your years. This was the most scared I have ever been in my life, but I always knew you would come out on top. You are the strongest person I know and forever my hero. The words "I can't do this" no longer exist in our family's vocabulary. You have put a whole new perspective on life. Every breath I take is for you forever. Thank you, everyone. Yes, I'll say thank you.
It's a little bigger group.
Everybody.
Town, right? What we'll do is I can stand on the chair. If you're here with Sammy and his family, we'll just have you fill in up here, and we'll try to do the best we can. So
Come on up.
Come up and huddle in. We'll do our best to get a photo.
Maybe we should stand on the chairs back there.
All right, everybody, listen to Chris here. If you want to try to get
I
in.
think we're good.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, everybody smile now.
Maybe if we go in the way back.
I think that's a good idea. Well, squeeze in here.
Don't get hurt, Chris. Suck in your guts.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. We'll do 2 more. 1, 2, 3. And last one. 1, 2, and 3.
Awesome.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
We'll let y'all scoot out here for a minute. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Law enforcement. You're running ragged. Not sleeping.
Talking all the time.
Do your homework, boys.
It's always the same people. This is how we roll. We're
Yeah.
like a swarm.
Yeah. All right, Sammy, we got to throw you out now, bud.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yes. Thank you.
What a great group of people.
Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Hey, way to go, Sam.
I recognize a lot of those faces actually in that crowd.
So impressive.
So what do they say? 80% of the people, or 20% volunteer for 80% of the thing, something like that. But anyway, well, it's a perfect segue after that beautiful show of community to honor our first responders. And we're excited to have a group of them here that honor us. And all right, always the Sheriff's Department, a little bit late, but that's okay. Perfect timing. So as we approach National First Responders Day on October 28th, we want to take a moment tonight to recognize and honor the brave men and women who dedicate themselves to protecting and serving our community, and want to in particular recognize the agencies that are here tonight, including Penfield Volunteer Fire Company, Penfield Webster Volunteer, I got to get used to that, but Penfield Webster Volunteer Ambulance, and then Monroe County Sheriff's Department Zone A is here, and then our New York State Troopers. Really appreciate it. A few more things I was going to say, but what I'll do is just read this proclamation that we put together for this month of October. So whereas each October, National First Responders Day is celebrated throughout the country, and whereas the town of Penfield is incredibly fortunate to have an amazing group of full-time, part-time, and volunteer first responders providing emergency services to the community 24/7, and whereas each day, first responders put their lives on the line to serve and protect the residents of the town of Penfield, and whereas the bravery and selflessness shown by men and women of organizations including Penfield Fire Company, PVA, Sheriff's Department, and our New York State Troopers is something that we can all be very grateful for. And whereas in times of greatest need, this group of dedicated public servants is always there in times of need. And on behalf of this Penfield community, the Penfield Town Board extends its thanks to our first responders in Penfield and beyond. And now be it resolved, the town of Penfield is honored to recognize the local heroes by proclaiming Tuesday, October 28th, First Responders Day in the town of Penfield. So I want to thank you all. It is a personal thing. I know most of you that are here, my brother-in-law has been RPD for 15 years, and our very own Bob Ockenden, 39 years, right? Is that right, in the fire company?
Started very young.
So we really appreciate you all coming here and being recognized and taking the time this evening, so thank you. And then, yes. As protocol has it, we got to get you in a picture before you can leave, so we'll do that right now. Thank you.
We'll just have you, I don't need to stand on a table this time. We'll just have everyone come up right in front here to see them. Yeah, Jeff.
No, you're good. You're good. I'll pick around.
I'll get on the end over here. I can have you guys just. You got lockers right there?
No, you're good.
Okay, guys, I feel a little silly. Like,
Yeah,
fill in somewhere. Where?
next to Candace, that would be awesome. Give her a big You too. All right, this will work. All right, 1, 2, 3. Just 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Last one.
My turn, hang on.
I'm sorry.
His arm was in the way. Got an elbow on him. Okay, sorry. 1, 2, 3, and I'm just taking a bunch. Thank you. I know, send them to me.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Oh, is that what he's doing? Hello. Yeah, thanks. All right, talk.
I'll catch you later. Bobby, see you later.
It's too much.
You like that, huh?
I feel like I need a break.
Yeah.
I need a break from the
Yeah.
motion.
Still with us, Sarah?
Yes.
Budget, what budget?
We'll give Pete a minute here.
That was a hard act to follow. Do whatever you want me to do, no problem. That was a great neighbor story, Jeff. Great highlight.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, it's community at its finest.
incredible story.
That's
Yeah.
something. Love that.
Okay, all right. Yep. All right, thanks. Sorry.
You're good. All right. Ready to keep rolling? So this evening, we have one public hearing. I'd like to ask the clerk to call that public hearing.
Yes, the proposed 2026 preliminary budget and 2026 special district budget.
And I'd like to ask her, yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, the legal was published in the Webster Herald on September 17th on the town clerk's bulletin board and the town website. No postcards were mailed due to this being a townwide action.
Thank you. So I'd like to ask our comptroller, Sarah Reynolds, to provide an overview of the 2026 preliminary budget and the 2026 special districts budget. Sarah?
Thank you, Supervisor Leenhouts. Last month, in the tentative budget presentation, I spoke about investing in community. Look beyond your backyard. Community spaces and facilities are an extension of our individual homes that provide a quality of life. Penfield facilities should be modern, efficient, and attractive. Our community homes should exceed standards, and our tax dollars should be directed toward maintaining our community home while adding amenities, services, and elevating our community spaces to be functional and aesthetically pleasing. Residents, business owners, and municipal staff are partners. We are mutually responsible for protecting our investment. This pie chart provides a visual illustration of the allocation of your property tax bill. School taxes in blue comprise 69%. Monroe County in green receives 24%, and the town of Penfield in orange comprises a mere 7%. However, that 7% is an exceptional value, and I'm here today to provide you in greater detail what 7% looks like in terms of dollars and how the town of Penfield intends to apply those dollars toward your community, your home, in 2026. We serve approximately 39,000 residents. The tax roll consists of 14,000 parcels with a total combined taxable value approaching $4.5 billion. The amount levied in taxes is equally distributed across the tax roll per $1,000. The average single-family home in Penfield, for example, is currently assessed at $279,000. Based on the preliminary budget for 2026, that's 7%, that orange slice of the property tax bill for the average single-family home will amount to approximately $598. With this in mind, consider how the town of Penfield intends to employ your tax dollars. Our goals include planning for the future through initiatives such as the development of an active transportation plan, which provides for multiple modes of transportation, hiking, biking, and walking, and connects one area of Penfield to another. Second, the Climate Action Plan will enhance sustainability practices and reduce our carbon footprint to the benefit of future generations. Third, wetland and sewer mapping will ensure that our infrastructure is sound. And finally, Penfield has earned the distinguished title of Tree City USA by the Arbor Day Foundation, and we intend to maintain that status while expanding the number and variety of native trees and ornamentals to enhance our spaces. Our second goal is to maintain and/or update our current assets. This includes grass cutting, plowing and salt for our roads, new seating for our library, new sidewalks, roof repair and replacement. Third, we intend to provide for our community the recreational programs and amenities that support health and wellness for active bodies and library resources for active minds. We also provide for our community through improvements to our community spaces and facilities. Capital projects, such as the Clark House renovation, while not generally included in the operational budget, are a consideration as we determine how much fund balance to use toward operational expenditures. Funding large-scale projects that enhance our community spaces are a goal. Above all else, we want to accomplish everything: planning, maintaining, providing, while establishing a reasonable tax rate. The preliminary budget, or appropriations, for 2026 total $25.3 million, currently a $500,000 decrease from the tentative budget, simply due to now having more accurate estimates on insurance costs. I do anticipate that this amount will go back up to the previous amount of approximately $25.8 million, as we have a few last appropriations estimates to finalize. Non-property tax revenues, such as sales tax, fees for services, interest income, grants, and fund balance, are used to offset appropriations and ideally bring the taxes levied below the tax cap. This chart demonstrates how the budgeted $25.3 million is distributed. Across all funds, employees comprise 45% of the budget. Equipment and capital outlay equals 18% of the budget. Contractual expenditures total 31%, and debt service makes up the remaining 6%. In the tentative budget presented on September 3rd, you'll recall that I discussed in greater detail each slice of this pie. For today's presentation, I will again provide detail on these distributions, but in the context of each major fund: general, highway, and library. To effectively care for and develop our community spaces, facilities, and amenities, we need to attract and retain the best and the brightest. At 45% of the total budget, our tax dollars support the salaries of the more than 140 full-time and part-time, hard-working town staff. The town of Penfield is our home. We live in Penfield, shop at Penfield businesses, use the very same town facilities as you, our neighbors. We work in Penfield, we work for Penfield. I'll say it again, we have skin in this game, and we believe in Penfield. In the general fund, salaries comprise $6.4 million. This represents the majority of town employees, including our dedicated administrative support staff, as well as town court, clerk's office, assessor's office, the forward-thinking engineers, and the persevering facilities crew. Our public safety personnel, including animal control officers and fire marshal, have grit in spades. And we love our parks personnel and recreation staff. They bring the quality of life to life. Equipment appropriations recognize the need to ensure public safety through the acquisition of a new speed feedback cart, as well as 4 new pole-mounted radar units to collect traffic data. Also included is recreation equipment and Parks Department equipment, including the replacement of a 1-ton truck. Significant capital outlay appropriations include $750,000 in new poles and LED lights for Harris Wayland Park, $62,000 to resurface basketball courts, and $60,000 in roof replacements. Contractual expenditures comprise a wide variety of appropriations. Oops, sorry about that. It covers everything from the RG&E bill to 4th of July fireworks. Notable appropriations include the aforementioned Active Transportation Plan, Climate Action Plan, Wetland and Sewer Mapping, and the Tree Survey. But it also includes nearly $2.8 million in appropriations for recreational programs. Right now, as I speak, you could be enjoying Intro to Modern Square Dancing or developing your psychic abilities. Never fear, on Saturday you can decorate a fall pumpkin with live succulent plants. You can register now. I'll provide the link in the next slide for your reference. Employee benefits include the employer portion of medical premiums. Medical premiums are estimated to increase 13.9% in 2026. Debt service, in the form of bonds, allows the town to finance large-scale capital projects or community improvements at low interest rates. Included in the budget and comprising approximately 6% of the overall budget is appropriations for debt service payments. The Town of Penfield pays interest and principal on 1 serial bond in the general fund, totaling $130,000 due in 2026 for the acquisition of the Shadow Pines land. That bond expires in December 2047. We are finalizing 1 additional bond for the construction of the Public Works facility to expire in 2045. The interest and principal is currently estimated at $1.1 million due in 2026. We are using fund balance to offset general fund bond expense in 2026. And here's that link to Penfield Recreation and your key to health, wellness, and improved psychic abilities. Highway fund salaries total nearly $2.1 million and support the dogged and durable men and women who plow and salt our roads in the winter, patch holes and pave roads in the sweltering summer heat. These folks are skilled at using heavy machinery, and we owe it to them and to our town to provide them with the equipment to get the job done right and with efficiency. Therefore, the equipment outlay at $1.1 million includes a John Deere loader, a 10-wheel truck plow and salter, a 6-wheel truck plow and salter, and a 1-ton truck with plow and salter. It also includes a couple of equipment trailers, a shop truck, and a mower head for an excavator. Capital outlay comprises several fully funded New York State Department of Transportation projects known as CHIPS, or Consolidated Highway Improvement Program. Contractual appropriations in the Highway Fund constitute hand tools, fuel, oil and grease, resurfacing materials, plow parts, tires, and 9,000 tons of road salt. In debt service payments, there is a small bond in the Highway Fund that will mature in 2027. The 2026 amount due is $10,612. Library salaries total $1.3 million. This represents the certified librarians, pages, and aides who develop and implement the numerous and varied programs offered by our municipal town library. Terrific toddlers story time, anime club, digital literacy, movie nights, celebrated author presentations, and crafts for all ages. Tomorrow they're offering an intro to calligraphy. And on Tuesday, October 14th, in the recently renovated Ruth Bremen Room, they are showing the film A Complete Unknown, the Bob Dylan biopic nominated for 8 Academy Awards. Would you like to learn how to make a fall garland out of upcycled materials or write a college-level essay? Register on their website. I'll share the link in a moment. But first, library equipment totaling $154,500 equals new task chairs, couches, armchairs, and benches, modern, comfortable public seating. Contractual expenses include all the items you'd expect to find in a library and more: books, periodicals, music, downloadable media, movies, games, etc. So, to the extent that happiness is possible, it lies in knowledge at the Penfield Public Library. And here is the link, as promised. This is a summary of the preliminary operating budget for fiscal year 2026. Like some of our neighboring municipalities, we are budgeting to use a considerable amount of fund balance in 2026 to offset appropriations. That is what fund balance is intended for. The New York State Comptroller's Office recommends that municipalities maintain a reasonable amount of unassigned fund balance in addition to reserves to supplement the budget and overcome shortfalls. Revenue is budgeted conservatively, and we obtain a great number of estimates for appropriations which do reflect current inflationary pricing. Therefore, it is a conservative scenario. To briefly touch on special district rates, the 2026 sanitary sewer operations rate per unit is $70.65. The 2026 sanitary sewer debt service rate is $32.93. That's down 5 cents from 2025 per unit. I would expect to see a decrease in the coming years due to the maturation of bonds. In the sewer fund, there are several remaining bonds expiring in 2026, 27, 28, 32, and the final bond in 2035. The total interest and principal due in 2026 for all sewer bonds is $607,000. The 2026 special drainage rate per unit is $3.67. That's a decrease of 43 cents per unit. For a typical household of 10 units, that equals $36.70. This funding is for townwide drainage, maintenance, and adheres to all federal and state stormwater regulations. The town's drainage system is extensive and includes all retention and detention ponds, as well as our creeks and surface drainage. The 2026 special lighting rate is approximately 2 cents per $1,000 of taxable value. For the average single-family household, that equals $5.74. That is a decrease of about $4.59 from 2025 due to lighting upgrades completed in 2025 and no additional street poles planned for 2026. The 2026 intensified lighting district rate is $32.55 per parcel. That's a $6.65 increase solely due to the cost of electricity. So to recap, when you receive your property tax bill in December, remember 7% of your total property tax, that little orange slice, is distributed to your town, your community, and an extension of your home. For less than 2 months of RG&E, your annual town property tax dollars provide services to you, including marriage and dog licensing, facilities maintenance at the community center and our lodges, the Clark House, or very soon the Clark House, all affordable event spaces that are available for Penfield residents to rent. It includes town security and animal control officers who ensure our safety, parks maintenance, including playgrounds, trails, and pickleball courts, recreational opportunities that include summer camps, soccer and swim lessons for the kids, sports, fitness, and theater for adults, educational and social programs for our seniors. It includes concerts in Veterans Park, Memorial and July 4th parades, and of course the Independence Day fireworks, and the too numerous to count services offered by our library. You get an incredible value for your town tax dollar. So what's next? Between now and October 28th, the town board will consider your concerns and comments and finalize a 2026 budget. On October 29th, at the town board legislative meeting, the town board will adopt the final 2026 budget. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Before we open it to public comments, I'd like to remind everyone this portion of the public comment is for the public hearing. There's only a couple people out there, but we'll do the public hearing first, and then we'll get into public participation if you want to speak for that. No? Okay. All right. Anybody signed up to, Sue?
I have no
Officially? Okay. Come ahead, Tim. How are you?
How are you? So I just checked, 2-2 in the top of the fourth. He's a Red Sox.
Did this last night, too, for me, yeah.
I knew who you were rooting for. Tim Murphy, 48 Corral Drive.
Is it 2-2?
Thank you for this opportunity. I'm here to talk a little bit about the budget. Sarah Reynolds, your confidence and competence around the budget shine through in your presentation. We talked last year, and you tell you were new to the job. Obviously, you've got a good handle on it now. Nice presentation.
Thank you.
So, you're welcome. So I've been coming here for the last 13 years to ask questions about the budget, and don't feel special. I mean, you know, I think it's a little bit of a civic responsibility DNA that I somehow got. And last year I looked at the budget differently with a couple of my friends, and I challenged the fund balances, because honestly it felt like the town was carrying a lot of money year to year, and I questioned whether we were being good custodians of that. But now I see movements in a lot of different directions. I go by the Clark House, I see the DPW facility. I asked questions. A number of weeks ago, Sarah got back to me timely. Today I followed up, and within 2 hours, she and I had a great back and forth. I have all those answers in front of me, and I could talk about that forever, but I don't want to use my time on that, because there's something that I've been thinking about that's related to this for a long time. And I'm sorry, I'm going to read this just because, and hopefully I can be articulate. A previous supervisor regularly said, "No one has ever come to me to ask increased taxes." And I heard that many, many times. And I've thought about that often, and I'm wondering, what about the things in the community, the wants and the needs that aren't in the town budget or in anyone's budget? I also remind myself something that Sarah said is, you know, the town's taxes and the special districts are really a very small part of all of our taxes, our federal taxes, our state taxes, our county taxes, our school taxes. The town taxes are $600 approximately. And there are things that are going on in our community that maybe local government can help with. We're an aging community. We've talked about that a lot. There's also a great need for housing, and I'm not talking about the $500,000 houses on half-acre lots. There's just a great need, and we have assets here. I don't know how we go forward, but I would suggest that we, the community, need to support the town to try to figure out some options and talk about, you know, maybe we can create a pilot and get people comfortable with the fact that, you know, we can build maybe some high-density housing solutions for people that want to live in our community. I know we have a really small commercial tax base, and we're considered a bedroom community, and things like the active transportation plan will hopefully help us do some things so people can get in and out of our community without getting in a car. maybe we can spend some money on some of those things. We talked at length about it yesterday. You know, education and communication instead of infrastructure might be a good place to start. But also, the three things I wanted to offer that, again, maybe local government can be more active around, and we could see it in the budget, in our spending, and our priorities, is the aging community. And again, we could talk about that for a long time. The housing needs. Again, I'd love to just say, where's some money to and I know you're doing a housing study, but obviously there can be more. And one other thing that's probably not on your radar, but the Gloria Drive landfill. It's on our community. It emits methane. From what I understand, methane is 80 times more potent than CO2. And it produces 13% of the emissions in the county, and it's just down the road here. I know there's a study underway by Monroe County, but the town of Penfield has to have some skin in the game, too. And I know they're now working on a plan, and methane reprocessing is expensive. You know, capturing that gas before it goes into the atmosphere. And I'm not a scientist by any means, but I would suggest to you, it's an opportunity to make a difference in our community. I'm sure we were all big contributors to that. I would love to say that you folks are at the table lobbying that the county and maybe ourselves somehow become part of that a solution there. But those are the three things. Again, I go back to nobody's ever come to me to say increase taxes. The tax rate and the assessment is something people probably don't understand real well, and it's been something that politicians have run on and bragged about, but I'll say it's kind of disingenuous in my mind. I'm running out of time here. But we don't pay a lot into our community, but we get great benefit from the money that we do. So there's an opportunity in there, I would suggest. So I'll wrap it up there. I'm not used to the 5-minute clock, but that's what I wanted to offer. And again, Sarah did a nice job, you know, and again, I could see the difference between this year and last year. And again, I asked you some pretty detailed questions, and you came back with some pretty detailed answers, and I greatly appreciate it.
Tim, would you be willing to share a copy of those questions and answers, or any other comments you didn't get a chance to say on record today? I'd like to read them.
I can email it to you tomorrow.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you for the time.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Anybody else sign up? Okay. We'll move on to communications and announcements. Councilwoman Teglash, start with you, please.
All right, this Saturday, October 4th, is Penfield Community Bike Drop from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Penfield Community Center, hosted by the Penfield Rotary Club in partnership with Penfield Recreation. This event collects used bicycles to benefit our community bikes, a local nonprofit that repairs and distributes bikes.
Sorry.
Apologize. Bikes to individuals in need throughout the region. These bikes will provide vital access to transportation and recreation. Our community bikes welcomes donations of children's and adult bicycles, all types, bike parts, tools, and other cycling items. A drive-through drop-off will be available in the community center parking lot for your convenience. Learn more about our community bikes at ourcommunitybikes.net. Thank you for your generous support of this organization. Join the Penfield Trails Committee for an excited guided hike on Saturday, October 11th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on the Coyote Den Trail within Ellison Park. Discover the offbeat pathways that reveal the natural vistas carved by 10,000 years of Irondequoit Creek flow. You can meet up at the south entrance of Ellison Park, located off Penfield Road. Hike signs will be posted for assistance. The event is free, but please register with Penfield Recreation by going to penfield.org/hike. This is a 3-boot skill level. The Town of Penfield invites you to its Halloween Family Fun event on Friday, October 17th for a spooktacular evening of family fun. Highlights of the event include Trick or Treat Street, where kids can visit various stations for treats and surprises, games and crafts that will entertain kids and adults alike, live music of festive tunes to get everyone in the Halloween spirit, And of course, hay rides, thanks to Woody Acres, the Rusfus family, and Wickham Farms. This event is free and a wonderful way to celebrate Halloween with your friends and neighbors. Costumes are encouraged, so come dressed in your favorite spooky or silly attire. Remember that all of annual event information for the town can be found at penfield.org/events. And my last one, finally. Get ready for Penfield Players' thrilling fall main stage production, Witch, opening on October 24th. When the devil comes to town offering to trade souls for wishes, who could resist? Cast out as a witch, the lead character, Elizabeth, should be an easy bargain, but she's not so easily swayed. Darkly funny and thought-provoking, this inventive retelling of a Jacobean classic asks, what is the true price of our souls when hope feels scarce? Showtimes will be Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 p.m., October 25th through the 25th, October 31st through November 1st, and November 7th through the 8th. A matinee at 2 p.m. will be performed on Sunday, November 2nd. Don't miss this sharp seasonal drama. Reserve your tickets today at penfieldplayers.org or by calling 585-340-8655.
That was a lot. Thank you, Linda. Councilman Ockenden, please.
Thank you. The town is pleased to host another Saturday brush drop-off for residents on October 18th from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. The service will take place at the new Gloria Drive brush facility. The new facility is located on the west side of Gloria Drive, approximately 1/4 of a mile north of Penfield Road. Please note that only brush and shrubs will be accepted, no other yard waste such as leaves or grass. All this information, along with related links, is available on our website at penfield.org/recycling. And as the fall season progresses, so do the leaves in our yards and on our streets. It's important to keep leaves out of our storm drains to prevent clogs that can cause street flooding and water pollution. When leaves enter storm drains, they break down and release nutrients that promote algae growth, harming local waterways and wildlife. Clogged drains also lead to increased stormwater maintenance costs. You can help by raking and bagging your leaves, composting them, or using them as mulch. Be sure to keep leaves and yard debris away from the curbs and storm drains to protect our community's drainage systems and environment. And National Fire Prevention Week is October 5th through the 11th. National Fire Prevention Week is established by the National Fire Protection Association in 1922. It's observed during the week of October 9th to commemorate the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. Over the years, the effort has grown to span the entire month of October. This year, Fire Prevention Week will be October 5th through the 11th with the theme, Charge into Fire Safety, Lithium-ion Batteries in Your Home. The focus is on helping families understand how to purchase, charge, and recycle these standard batteries safely. To stay safe, look for safety certification marks such as UL, ETL, or CSA when purchasing products with lithium-ion batteries. Always use the manufacturer's charging cord, place devices on a hard, flat surface while charging, and unplug them once they are fully charged. Just as importantly, never throw lithium-ion batteries in the trash or regular recycle bins. Recycle them at approved battery recycling sites to prevent fires. By following these steps, everyone can gain a better understanding of both the benefits and risks of lithium-ion batteries and play an active role in protecting their homes and families. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Councilwoman Lee, please.
Before I share my announcement, I wanted to congratulate the Mary Cariola Center for another successful fundraiser. I'm wearing their shirt today to congratulate them again. At the end of September, the Mary Cariola hosted its 17th annual Walking on Sunshine event in Penfield. I was happy to be there with my family to support all their important work. Mary Cariola serves children and youth with intellectual and physical disabilities and the medically fragile and their families. They raised more than $200,000 to continue this very important work in our community, and I'm so thankful for everyone at the Mary Cariola Center. And again, congratulations to Carrie Zandy and the entire team there. The Town of Penfield offices will be closed next Monday, October 13th, in observance of the holiday. The Penfield Library will remain open for their regular business hours.
Thank you. Councilman Berry, please.
Get ready for a night of fall fun. The Penfield Community Victory Garden is hosting its 5th annual Pumpkin Walk at 1748 5 Mile Line Road. Come stroll along a magical trail lined with dozens of glowing carved pumpkins from 6:30 to 8 o'clock p.m. It's a perfect way to enjoy the crisp autumn air with family and friends. Parking is available at Rothfuss Park with a free shuttle to the garden. Best of all, the event is free and open to everyone, no registration needed. Don't miss out on this holiday event. Penfield's local history room presents a historic ghost walk on Saturday, October 18th, beginning at 6:30 p.m. Remnants of Penfield's past live on with us today. Some of them are residents of Oakwood Cemetery and are happy to greet us and share tales of our town's history. Walking tours begin at 6:30 p.m. and the last tour is at 8 p.m. Please park in the community center parking lot just south of the cemetery. Your guide will lead you north along the sidewalk on Baird Road to the stone wall entrance of the cemetery. Enjoy this Halloween season with Penfield's annual historic ghost walk on Saturday, October 18th, beginning at 6:30 p.m.
Linda, is that the one that you make an appearance at?
Yes, and Kevin is as well.
Oh, you guys are
this
both
year,
haunting
too.
the walk this year?
Yes.
Oh, fun.
It's fun.
Get ready for a fantastic night of music as the Penfield Symphony Orchestra kicks off its 70th season with Myths and Mysteries on Monday, October 21st at 7:30 p.m. at Penfield High School. Enjoy a variety of selections that include Overture to Ruslan and Ludmilla, Symphony No. 2, Mysterious Mountain, and Blue Cathedral. Among Rochester's community orchestras, the Penfield Symphony has the longest history, particularly for a nonprofit community arts organization. Congratulations to them on 70 years of music. Don't miss your chance to experience this celebration. Tickets are available now at www.penfieldsymphony.org or by calling 585-872-0774.
And I do want to make a quick correction. I think we have the date for the ghost, the cemetery, incorrect. I have it as October 24th, Friday.
Yeah.
So I think that just needs to be
Yeah, I
updated.
think it was published in error originally,
Right.
and then
Right, I
a
think that's
correction,
it. I
yeah.
think it was just carried through, but
Good
it's
catch.
actually on Friday evening.
Thank you.
Okay,
I'm a ghost, I have to know these things.
duly noted. Okay, I have one. Join us this Saturday, October 4th, from 1 to 4 at the Penfield Community Center for Machine Mania. This family-friendly event gives kids and adults a chance to get up close to look at the machines that keep our town running, explore the equipment used for road maintenance, sewer, and stormwater systems, and other essential public works services. You also enjoy or get a chance to see our first responder vehicles as well, the ones that will keep our community healthy and safe. We look forward to seeing you there this Saturday. Okay.
Sue, you have a couple announcements also?
I have nothing.
I think you do have them.
Those were already,
Oh, are those the proclamations? Yeah, you don't.
No,
to-
you have two announcements.
I know,
Yep.
okay. They were in the
Sorry.
same ones that, okay. Excuse me, general election will be held November 4th from 6 to 9 p.m. Early voting, October 25th through November 2nd. There's 13 early voting locations in Monroe County. Excuse me. You can find them at monroecounty.gov/elections. Community choice aggregation. There's a public information session on Wednesday, October 22nd, 5 p.m. At the Penfield Town Auditorium. You can also go to penfieldcca.com or call 310-0236 for more information. And Wednesday, October 8th, there is a scheduled passport night from 5 to 7:30 in the Penfield Town Hall. An appointment is required. You can call 340-8628 or go online at monroecounty.gov/clerk-passports for more information.
Okay, thank you, Candace and Sue, for that. All right, public participation. Anybody signed up? No? Going once, going twice? Okay, we'll close public participation, and we'll go on to additions and deletions to the agenda. Anything to add? All right. Approval of the minutes. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Vote, please, Sue.
Barry.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Leenhouts.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
Teglash.
Aye.
All aye.
No petitions, I would think.
No.
All right, we'll move on to resolutions by function. Start with law and finance.
Authorization to attend the Association of Public Historians of New York State's annual state conference.
Moved as written.
Second?
Vote, Barry.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Leenhouts.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
Teglash.
Aye.
All aye. Award a contract for fiscal impact analysis and housing study to RKG Associates.
So moved.
Second.
Whereas the town issued a request for proposals to conduct a fiscal impact analysis and housing study to understand future development needs and potential impacts. The town received 4 proposals, and a selection committee was formed of various town staff, and myself and Linda Teglash also joined that committee. We interviewed all 4 firms. The selection committee determined that RKG Associates, Inc. was the best suited to provide the town with those analysis services. We discussed this at the last work session to get feedback from the entire board. We reviewed all the proposals, talked about the pros and cons. This project was not included in the 2025 town budget, and so it requires an appropriation from the general fund. Wanted to make sure that, again, the board was comfortable with that, supportive of it. This fiscal impact analysis and housing study is one of several studies that the town has commissioned for next year. These including the active transportation plan as well. It's going to give the town board, our planning board, our zoning board, all our committees a better understanding of what our town and community needs, what the impact will be fiscally, what the impact to transportation will be, and generally what it does for our community. And so I think all of us are looking forward to the results and the analysis so that we can make more evidence-based decisions moving forward. By this resolution, the contract would be awarded to RKG Associates for a total amount not to exceed $59,500. Any other discussion, comments?
No.
No?
Well
Okay.
said, well said.
Thank you.
We already voted on it.
No,
not
we
yet.
did not.
Okay, I have
Do we
Lee
get a
Ockenden. All right.
Can we get a
Barry.
second?
Ockenden,
We did the
second.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
moved,
Okay,
and yeah,
then vote, please.
Barry.
Aye.
Lee.
aye.
Leenhouts.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
Teglash.
Aye.
All aye.
Okay, thank you. I don't think there's any old business. I
No.
think we can adjourn the meeting at 7:33. Have a great night, everybody.